I'm Nat. I like to think I'm the calm, cool, and sometimes collected one.
What's up, y'all? I'm Tej, and I'm not so collected. I'm more of the crazy and unfiltered one.
And this is another episode of A Crazy Little Thing Called
The podcast that dives headfirst into the craziness of millennial life.
Welcome to the shit show, guys.
Hi guys, welcome back to A Crazy Little Thing Called, a podcast that dives headfirst into this beautiful, complicated, and crazy world of millennial life. I am the beautiful Natalie, as always. And who do I have with me?
And I am in desperate need of a vacation, but my friends call me Tej. Thank you for coming back to another episode. Feels like it's been
Just so you
forever.
guys know, I'm a little bit delusional today, so bear with me.
As opposed to any other day?
To you.
Gotcha. As we sip and celebrate, what is it? National El Margarita Day. You know, nice little. You can see who's the ratchet and who's the sophisticated one of this group. But anyway, I know normally we start off with the, how have you been and all of that. But there's been something that has been dominating the airwaves that I have been waiting to talk to you about because I figured you would know more than I would know.
Is it Risa Tisa?
Yes. So
Let me
funny enough, yesterday
you.
I have not listened to any of it except for like the trailer or something like that. But yesterday at work, my coworker Cassidy was asking us about it, and I was like, "What? And then she was telling it's 50 parts, it's blah blah blah, and I said, "Oh, no, I'm not listening to this." But then I was listening to a podcast today, and they were going on about it, and I was like, "I can't wait to ask Natalie if she's been keeping up with the Kardashians."
So let me tell you,
it's always Atlanta. It's always Atlanta.
Literally last night. So, granted, I've heard about it, but I never went to her page and watched it. I just seen the videos pop up on my For You page. And so last night, because you know who whose alley this is right up?
Your mama's.
Yes, let me tell you.
Yep.
So I decided, I was like, hey, Care Bears, look, blah, 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 this is going on. I said, this girl, she tells her whole story on TikToks and different parts about just kind of her lying ex-husband. And so we put on part 1 and instantly my mom was hooked.
Is
I wish
part
I could
1 the one in the car? Is that part 1?
Yes, part 1 through 5, I think is in the car. And then
okay, so that's what she played for us yesterday was just part 1, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
I was intrigued, but then when she was like, it's 5 hours long, I was like, oh no.
Well, so I saw, like I said, a summary first, and so I feel like I saw it was a summary that she did, and that hooked me, and I was like, okay, well, what is this? Let me go back to the beginning. How about, like I said, we started last night. I'm literally, we sitting in the kitchen. I put it up on the big screen. Me and my mama watching
Y'all
it.
had surround sound. Let me get Sharif comes in.
And then she was like, okay, let's go to the living room, get comfortable. So we go to the living room. We're sitting and we're watching it. And then at this point, it's 10 o'clock. We're on episode 20. And I said, Cheryl, I'm sleepy. I said, I gotta work.
Stop?
I knew I had a long day today. I stopped. Why did I wake up this morning? Let me tell you what this heifer did. I wake up this morning. She said, well, no, she didn't even say. Cousin Yachty was like, because his name is Legion. So the man, Risa Tisa's ex-husband, she calls him Legion.
Oh, I'm about to say, she didn't think that is a red flag with a name named Legion?
Well, so she calls him Legion. And so I wake up this morning and I had 2 clients this morning. So I go out into the world and say, hey, good morning, blah, blah. And Cousin Yachty was like, so at this point, your mama has taught me everything about Legion. I said, what? Because I felt disrespected and betrayed.
I'm glad you're getting a taste of your own medicine. Because this is how we feel when we start a show together, and then 3 seconds later, you on episode 4, season 3, and I'm like, where's the loyalty?
Season 3,
where's the loyalty?
So she was like, well, I couldn't sleep last night. I said, So you
Me
get
either,
up,
mama.
change the scenery, and go back to sleep. And she said, so I just had to finish. And then I went to sleep. And then I woke up this morning and just finished. I said, so
She
you
finished
completed
it?
the whole thing? Mind you, we were on 20. So you had to watch 30 something
Oh.
more
And then
from
I
the
heard
time
that
that
she
I
did
went to sleep.
a recap reunion special that was on live. That was a live that she then broke the live up and put it so it's 20 more parts. I just don't think that I can be that invested in someone else's life. But from what I've been hearing from everybody else, it's like a podcast. You just sit it
It
on
is.
and then you just go and listen.
Like I
But
said,
I
I'm
don't know
doing
if I
other
could do
stuff.
5
Like
hours.
I was well, when you look at it like that, but if you just look at it like as part by part, it's a little bit more enticing because like I just put it on like last night when we started it, was watching it and I was just like scrolling on my phone and texting, but I heard every word. So you don't have to be like fully engaged, but like, yeah, I need to finish it and I'm
your
really mad.
expert opinion, would I actually enjoy it or should I just watch a recap if I went through the whole thing?
The half that I saw already, I mean, it gives a little bit more details, but I definitely think it's something that you could just listen to a lot of the like summaries just to figure out things. I don't know. I just like listening to all of it because the way she tells it is just like, this nigga had too much time and energy. Like,
because the
telling you.
part that got me was because we were like we had a lunch and so we were all just kind of like talking, but she had the trailer playing on the thing because they were talking about it in the little Teams channel. And so when we got there, like she was like, "No, y'all gotta watch this," because somebody was like, "We want to watch the Jeezy Tiny Desk," and she was like, "No, Risa Tisa." And so she put that on, and we started going, and I just remember her saying everything was a lie. Every phone call, and I was like, so that's commitment. Like, what?
Commitment. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, it's beyond just somebody lying to you. You're putting energy and effort into fabricating to the extent that it is like so real. Like, that's a bit much.
Because I heard that was I don't know how far you got in. That was a baby. The ex-wife's child died allegedly. You ain't got that far.
Yeah,
okay.
I haven't got that far, but I feel like I heard that in the summary. But like it was just so much. Like, oh, one part that I listened to today. He said that his grandmother died and he was so distraught. And like, this was at the beginning of COVID and like, she died from COVID complications, so distraught. And like, you know, I think they're not having a funeral because of COVID, obviously rules and regulations. Fast forward, she said his grandma died in 2008. I said, oh, she said this man was so distraught. He was like, you know, like it just happened. Because he said that it just happened. He said that it was due to COVID. 2008.
And you know,
we were sophomores. Mm-hmm.
As I was listening to this, the recap, the only thing I could think of was Anna Delvey. That's literally what I thought. And I said, Shonda, write the story.
Tubi commented on one of her videos. I said, this is about to be a Tubi movie. And
no, we don't need Tubi. We need something good. And we don't need it needs a series. This needs to be a series.
Yeah.
Because it's 5 hours. You're going to put 5 hours into a 2-hour movie. I feel like a lot of details going
to be. A limited series would be better.
Mm-hmm. I said Shonda needs to do it. Or even Issa. I can go with, make a little comedy aspect to it too. Let Issa write it. Then I would be invested. But
because she said, who the fuck did I marry? I said, oh, that's even a
crazy
title.
Because I think someone said she put it out on Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day wasn't last week. No. So when did it start like picking up? And also this happened during COVID. So did she say what made her say all this now?
I have no idea. I don't know if she does say it. I haven't gotten to that.
Oh, right.
But
I guess we need to. You want to call mom in and see if she she'd be ecstatic.
Huh? It's hot. And I couldn't even be hot because I had to collect myself because I had clients
to go talk to these people. Well, yes, I
And
figured you would know.
like,
So
what? That's actually what's going to be my melanin moment. But you brought it up, so we're here. We're here.
yeah, we are. I knew it. I said it's TikTok. That's her wheelhouse. I know she's seen it, and I'm surprised you haven't didn't text me. Have you heard or anything like that? Knowing that I wouldn't have them, but I'm surprised you didn't send it to me or nothing and be like. But
Well,
I
because
just
like I
found
said,
out
I
about this
just
yesterday.
started it last night. Like I knew of it, but I just
we
started
on
it
the
last
same
night
wavelength.
because yeah, I had the somewhat of the time, like while I was eating my wings. Oh, let me tell you, that was delicious. Did you get wings last
Oh
night?
my good! I did, and I just ate some other ones. Some other ones, the other portion, and I still got some more wings. And I gotta eat
Oh,
them
I can
tonight because you can't warm them up, a third time. It just don't work that way.
not at
They
all.
just don't preserve.
My friends, if y'all don't know,
Oh,
Wingstop has Wing Wednesday, I think until like March or something.
I didn't
I
know when
want
the
to
date.
say,
I
which
just
March
knew it was that day.
around the corner. Well, so I wanted wings. I opened the app and then I see that and I said, it just confirmed it. I'm getting some wings.
God.
And I was like, well, that was easy.
You didn't finish. Free delivery on wings
Oh,
at Wingstop
free
on
delivery
Wednesday.
on wings
Talk about a
Wednesday.
cliffhanger. You couldn't do a 50-part series. The people wouldn't know when to go back. I don't know if I hope my camera don't be doing this the whole time because I feel like an alien. Wait,
But I wonder if it actually shows that like when it's recorded.
I know, right?
But anywho's y'all, like I mentioned earlier, I'm a bit delulu. And that's not because
Obviously,
it's a
I'm a
little
bit
drinky drink.
fuzzy.
I'm just, down here on the drinky drink. It's more so because I have 8 clients today and I'm a little.
You had 8?
8.
No breaks?
I had 2 1-hour breaks, but like I had to eat and make coffee and pee. And
that
stretch
took up
my
probably
legs.
all hour. Dang. That sucks. Well, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I didn't go to sleep till 4:00 in the morning yesterday. Or this morning. And then literally woke up.
Why would you do that
6. I could not sleep. And like how you told your mama, get up, go a different place. Literally, I slept on the couch for 2 hours after I couldn't go to sleep. And it was funny because I was like, you know what? This how it happens every time. I'm sitting there because I was supposed to present something today at work. So I'm chalking up to performance anxiety. And it was too late by the time I realized that to take my sleeping pill because then I wouldn't have woke up until noon. But I was like, it's 4:30 or something like that. It's like, you know what? I might as well just stay up, go to work at 5:30, go to the gym, go and just start working at 6:00. The minute my mind said, yeah, let's go work out, my body said, knocked all the way out. So needless to say, I woke up at 6 and was like, no. Because when you don't get a lot of sleep and you wake up all discombobulated, my head was hurting, my stomach was hurting. I was just like, so y'all, I don't feel well. I'm going to take this. I'm going to present this from Teams and I'll see y'all at noon. And surely enough, we're at noon. And started feeling better literally after the presentation. So I was like, wow, I was really that nervous to present, which never really happens. But I was like, oh. It was funny because Cassidy had to present something too. And so when I got to the office and everybody's like, are you feeling better? And I was like, I think it was just like performance anxiety. And she was like, when it was my turn, my watch went off and said my heart rate was at 124. And I was like, damn, not both of us over here freaking out. And I was like, it thought you were working out. And she was like, my heart rate doesn't go that high when I work out. I was like, oh, we was going through it. And I still haven't taken a nap, which is the funny part. This is you, and you know me and naps are like thick as thieves.
That's very odd for you. It is 9:04. You haven't taken a nap
at all.
Are you about to sleep?
This liquor gonna put me right. Oh, amen. I don't know what I looked at this way, but yes, there's.
But are you gonna sleep good?
Light there. Yes, I am. Because what am I gonna do? I'm gonna finish this drink and I'm gonna take my happy ass to sleep. The weekends are for debauchery.
Is it?
How was your Valentine's Day?
Unfucking eventful.
Oh, that's right. Work. She didn't do nothing. Wait, when's the last time I saw you? Oh, your mama's birthday, huh? Was the last time I saw you? That long ago? Damn, it's been a month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost a month now. Six
Oh,
days
right, because I
away.
didn't even ask you about the cruise. How was the cruise? Shit, damn. We actually do got a lot of shit to talk about.
Yeah, so my mom and I went on a cruise at the beginning of February, like the first week of February. So it was literally following after her birthday.
Your mama's birthday.
And that was super fun. Granted, my mom likes to say now, because Carnival is Carnival. Great, cool. But the boat that we went on is called Carnival Dream, and that's normally what we go on. And so now she's like,
Wait, y'all take
the
the same boat?
Carnival. Yeah.
Oh,
Because
I
it's
didn't
normally
know
going like
that.
the places that. Yeah, there's different types of boats on Carnival. Obviously, newer ones, older ones, and so now she's like, the Carnival Dream is giving Carnival Nightmare at this point. I
Why?
said
What happened?
that was a good one, just because it's old. She was like, I think it's time for us to go on more of the like newer boats, and I was like,
Like
okay,
that
girly pop.
that huge one. Have you seen that? That like extra jumbo decker, the biggest
That
cruise
has like
ship,
a whole
probably
go-kart
planetarium,
track at the
probably.
top.
Yeah, it was like they show the aerial footage of it, and you just see the back, and it literally looks like roof inside, and I'm like, what? How do you? It still baffles me, which is why I will never get on one. How those things stay afloat? It's like how planes fly, I guess, but still.
How they stay afloat, granted being so big, like, but then like when you're on a cruise ship, you're literally swaying. Like it's a subtle sway that you get used to, but the lower down you are, like on the ship, like you feel it more. It's just so
see, then I wouldn't want to be that low on the boat, because Titanic, they didn't get lifeboats when they was at the bottom. That old couple just sitting in their bed watching the water float up and shit. Nope, not gonna be me. So, and then I can't swim. And then it's like, what am I gonna do anyway? Okay, you know how to swim, but what you gonna do? Jump off? You ain't gonna survive the jump off. Lil' Kim?
Well, I'm not.
No.
I've been practicing for this my whole life.
You've been on a diving board your whole life? Talking about diving head first. No, I've heard like the people that get like thrown over. That's so terrible to say, but like people when people die on cruise ships, and it's like they say they got tossed overboard. Most of the time, the impact of them hitting the water is what kills them. So I'm like,
right?
No. That's like me. I think about that too. Like and it's funny because Ariel has this same fear, or at least she used to. Back when I lived in San Antonio or ride with her, she hated going on bridges. Just any bridge, she would like freak out. Like you couldn't talk to her because she was just like having a panic attack.
Yeah.
I do that same thing. No, she wasn't even driving. She would be passenger seat. She just would freak out.
Oh.
But anytime I drive over bridges over water, I freak out. I don't know to this day, because in my mind I'm like, the bridge is gonna collapse. I'm not gonna be able to swim. But then I'm like, nigga, if the bridge collapses, your ass ain't gonna need to swim. You're gonna be dead.
So two things. I feel like I noticed that one time that we went to New Orleans for your birthday, and then we're coming back. I feel like over a bridge, and I was just like looking at you. Oh Lord, Bella is literally running back and forth. Anywho's, but I feel like I noticed it then. And then secondly, I think that's something that I just mentally prepare myself, like when I go on a cruise, because I'm like, if it happens, it happens. At least I had fun, type of deal. And so
not having fun. No, I would never forget the first time that I went to Baton Rouge for you know whom, and it didn't dawn on me because I've never driven to New Orleans prior to that. Yeah. I rode in a car to New Orleans, like when we went for Paris's birthday. And then one time when me, Drew, and April went for I don't know what. So I know going to New Orleans, you have to cross the that basin. You got to cross that. So I know going to New Orleans, okay, cool. The first time I went to Baton Rouge, I left at night. I didn't know this was coming. And it's hilarious because Drew called me. I think we might actually almost talked damn near the whole way there. And I was like, nah. And he was like, you got to that bridge, huh? And I said, you knew? I was like, oh my God. I freaked out. And then it's dark, so I already don't know. And then it's like the speed limit is 75. And it's like, but then people be zooming around, and I'm like, I'm gonna just stay in the slow lane. But I realized that it was easier for me at night because I don't see the water. But when I was driving back that morning, oh, no. Good as gone. I saw the water and was like, well, shit. Yeah. So no, me and Bridget's over water. And I think it's which is crazy because I like to swim. Well, doggy paddle. I'll get in water.
Yeah.
But in a car, it don't work for me, dog. That ain't gonna work.
Let me tell you,
that's
I
my
think
irrational fear.
Love for the ocean just intensified with this past cruise. Like, I am a fish. Yes, I drink a lot of water, but I also want to be in the water. Like, I'm literally a fish through and through.
What excursions did y'all do?
So we went to Costa Maya, Belize, and Cozumel. So Costa Maya, we didn't have any excursions, and we just like walked around and just like saw things, which I'm glad because there wasn't really much to do. But Belize, we did like a boat tour. I'm not even a boat tour. It was literally a boat to this private island, which we got there and did snorkeling at first, and then swam with the stingrays and sharks.
R.I.P. Steve Irwin.
And then I'm not laughing at that. And then we went back to like the island and had like lunch and just got to explore a little bit, and then that was it. And so
were any of the places celebrating Carnival down there? Because you went around that time or at least Brazilian Carnival. I don't know if any of the other countries were celebrating because it's normally around Mardi Gras.
I don't know when Brazilian Carnival is, but that was when Trinidad Carnival was.
It's Fat Tuesday. Like they celebrated in conjunction with it's all for the same thing, the arrival of spring. That's what Mardi Gras is. That's what Carnival is. That's what Lunar New Year is. It's all literally the same thing for different cultures.
Well, so we got back the 10th, and I knew Carnival was going on because Naila and them were all in Trinidad. And so,
that's because
obviously I was on a cruise.
You could have just like hopped over there.
But I mean, we didn't see any of that there in Belize. Belize is cool. I feel like I would want to like go back to Belize just to like go explore, just because I like the people. But
they have a high population of Afro Latino, correct? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. They're called like I think. Our tour guide, she was so sweet. She was like around my age, and like we were talking a lot, but it's like Creole Belizeans. And they're literally like just like Black Belizeans, like yeah. And so I think I'm saying that correctly. But Cozumel just got my heart. Let me tell you. I think just because I love the waters in Cozumel, like I could just jump in and not even. And then the excursion that we did was the same one that we did last time, which is just like a catamaran that sails out. We stop and we snorkel, but then we get food and like get to it's an open bar, like they're just making you drinks whatever you want, but then they stop and then we just get to swim. So they put out all these floaties and like just everybody is like jumping off the boat and just swimming, and it's so small. It was like 12 of us. I had so much fun. And we get to bring our drinks in the water. Like, it's just so much fun. That was just my favorite because it's like not structured. I'm in the water with these fishies. I did get stung by a jellyfish.
I'm only laughing because this is your second trip that you didn't got hurt.
The jellyfish, it's like they were tiny babies, and like you really had to look in the water to see them. And so they were just like swimming around us and like just brushing up against you. It doesn't feel like anything. Like you notice it.
How did you know? Okay.
You notice it, like you notice it a little bit, but it doesn't feel like it doesn't hurt you. There's no after effects or anything like that. But it was funny because when we all noticed, because I think somebody said, I think I got stung by a jellyfish. Didn't everybody start saying, well, I did feel something.
What that feeling was? That is hilarious. And y'all could all just be dying right there. It's like, well, shit. Well, at least this is how we go out. Did you make any vacation friends, since that's always your MO, that you followed on Instagram?
Well, so there's this white lady that is older that I met. We met her on that excursion, and then she came out to the piano bar with my mom and I like later that night and like was doing karaoke and having drinks with us or whatever. She was cool. But other than that, no, not really.
Okay.
I know
I'm
it's
gonna
a
go
different
one time.
feel.
I'm not going on any excursions that require me to get in any kind of water that is not a resort style. But I will go once, and it will not be for as long as you did. 3 days is probably the most I can do on water.
Yeah.
I didn't even like, my grandmother had a water bed, and I didn't even like sleeping on that. So me on water for a long time just probably is not the smartest idea of things. But one day, I'm gonna go.
You
One
really
day.
have to be prepared for just like the cruise style, like, yeah, because I'm telling you, like, you're swinging. And when I got back home, which is normally what happens, I was just more clumsier than not. Like, I was like losing my balance, and I was like, God dang! And my mom was like,
It's
water
like
leg.
after you're on a treadmill for a long time and you get off and it feel like you still going.
Still going.
My dad and them always got seasick on cruises. So I think after the first 2, they got the little patches or the pills or whatever you take before. But last time I was home, last time I was home, Nanny Teese was saying she wanted to go on another cruise, and my dad was like, I don't feel like doing that shit. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I ain't going on with y'all. Because I remember when I was younger, they asked me to go, but they were like, we just gonna be sitting on the deck. Don't be all up under us the whole time. I'm like, who I'm gonna be with then? It's just us 3 going. So I was like, I'll sit it out. Because then, don't waste our money. I'm like, okay. Well,
it's good if you were younger, like teenage, because they have so much stuff to do. But like, if I'm an adult
by yourself,
I don't want to be an adult by myself. Like a teenager by yourself, like you find friends and then you go to the clubs and you just like, you see all these teenagers, they don't really get in your way, but they're doing stuff, like they're occupied. And so, but like as an adult being by yourself, yeah, no, I would at least go with one other person that you can just kind of be with and explore.
I just thought about the fact that I still haven't activated my Paradise Pass. Remember I told you I tried calling?
I'm going to need you to call again.
I called and then they were like, they sent it, but I never got it. And now it's like almost been 6 months.
Yeah. It should be fine, but I call because you don't want it to.
And the sad part is one day they called me, because it was a number that I didn't recognize, so I wasn't about to answer it. And then they called or they said something, but you know how like the voicemail now transcribes or whatever. It was very broken English, and so I was like, "This is spam." And then I thought about it because I did make out the word paradise, and I was like, "I bet this was that," but it was too late.
So, are you not getting the emails at all anymore?
No, because remember, like I never got the emails. Yeah. No, because I think I gave them... No, I did give them the wrong email because when I called the lady, she read the email that was on file for me because I had the confirmation number. Remember the guy told me to take a picture of it? And she read off the email and I was like, no, that's not my email. It had my name, but it wasn't right. And she was like, okay, well, what's your email? So I gave her my correct email. And she was like, okay, you want to stay on the phone until you receive it? We literally stayed on the phone for 10 minutes. We tried a different email. She sent it again to both emails. And still, she was like, well, maybe something's wrong with the system. If you don't hear back, get it within 24 hours, call us back. That was the day before Christmas. I forgot. Yeah. And I think they called sometime this year, like at the beginning of January was when I got that thing. Then I'll be forgetting. And then when I get paid, I'll be spending my money. And I'm like, well, shit, I needed to use that $100 to do that. And then, life.
So I'm going to need you to get on that. Yeah, I need to figure out what
I'm actually... Same. I'm about to say, can we take a break? Because my drink is empty. And then I can go refill. Because you got to use the restroom, huh? You was waiting, huh?
Actually, I don't, but I'm going to try while we're on a break. You are
such a mother. Okay, guys, we will be... It's like, go try before we leave this house. We will be right back after a word from our sponsors, a.k.a. the water company. Goodbye. And we are back. I know I probably should have paid a bill. I think I paid my bills. Lord, bills.
paid
I had
the
to
bill.
get my car fixed. That was another thing that happened. That was $661. All because of an oil leak.
Car
Like
payment.
car clubs. And that's more than my car payment. By the way, I only have 2 more months until my car is paid off. I am ecstatic.
That's awesome.
I have 2 more months, and I'm just like, Jesus, get me across.
Oh, you are about to feel that. Oh, that's great.
Oh, it is so beautiful. But I'm about to use that same what I was paying to pay down my credit card because I want to get that.
Yeah. That's smart. Smart.
But yes, I am super excited about that. But no, my car, when I went to Beaumont for your mom's thing, remember I said when we were at the bowling alley that my dad said I had an oil leak, like he saw it in the driveway, so I need to go get it checked out. And turns out like I had no oil in my car, damn near. And so, but I just got an oil change like right after Christmas before I drove back. And so I was like, ugh. So then I was on vacation that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And so then the leak, of course, I waited till the last minute. So Friday I took my car in and they were like, literally, they said it was like a high pressure valve or something like that. And they recommended new spark plugs because, they always got to upcharge it.
But
so then that plus that, it was like $80 per spark plug. The high pressure whatever was like 80, and then I needed an oil change because I didn't have no fucking oil, so that was 80, and then the labor was like $260 because it's like 100 and something an hour. I was like, I should have been a fucking mechanic. Oh, get bank. So that happened, and I was like, so I put it on my credit card because obviously, like, who just has $600 to just be? So that brought my little balance back up, and I was like, I was doing so good.
Yeah.
So now I'm back to that. But 2 more months. I'm so excited. So excited. Let's see what else has been going on in my life. Oh, another thing that's fucking expensive. We are in the end of February. I have almost hit my entire deductible for the year in 2 months. So prioritizing your health is very expensive, people listening. But I'm excited as well because once I hit the deductible, my therapy sessions go from $114 to $20. My doctor's visits go from $1. So I don't know if I told you I was having stomach problems, and so I went to the doctor, and I was like, this is what I'm. She's like, well, let's run some tests to make sure it's not celiac disease and all this bullshit. I'm thinking, I don't know why I thought this. I don't know why I assumed that would be preventative because they cover anything preventative that's free. No,
it wasn't.
It's not. It wasn't. It was $267 on top of the copay of $160 just to see the doctor. Insurance is a scam. It is a scam that I cannot wait to be done with. Literally, probably because I have a therapy session next week, and then I have a psychiatry appointment next week because have I said that? Diagnosed with ADHD. Oh my gosh, did I tell you about the page I found on Instagram? See, ADHD. The page that I found on Instagram. I don't know. I'm going to pull it up. I don't know what it's called, but it is a page for neurodiverse. It posts little clips of like animated stuff.
Yeah, you sent me one. The one.
Oh my God. I be reading the comments like I am not alone. And I don't know why I thought I was alone, but I was just like, wow. Literally. I was like, wow. So this whole time, even the one about, I remember you had mentioned this before about like coffee with people with ADHD, like damn near makes them go to sleep. And they literally said it was like neurotypical person, coffee. Oh, I got so much to do. Person with ADHD, sleep 5 minutes. I was like, it was not a lie. So that's been nice. But the sleep meds that they gave me are working, but the other meds haven't. So I got to go re-up on that stuff. But soon, deductibles hit. And I have a damn podiatry appointment. Wait, what?
Podiatry. I said not health being a priority.
Yes, health has been a priority in 2024. And yes, a podiatrist, because a long time ago, whenever I was working out, remember I would always get shin splints and plantar fasciitis. Because you had to take care of me those couple times as I came.
Oh my! It was the biggest baby. And I only say this with love because I've had plantar fasciitis and it hurts. But
it also hurts when you live upstairs. Because I had to keep food.
But it hurts literally just to walk, like period. Like it is.
It hurts to sleep.
Yeah.
It's like everything was uncomfortable. So when I went to the doctor for that initially, when I kept getting it reoccurring, and they were like, "Oh, I went to the trainer at work, and I was like, this keeps happening. What do I do?" And they, I don't know who. I was like, it's funny. Does that person know that's the emoji?
I don't think so.
Oh, I lost you. Okay, good, because I'm gonna use that clip when I promote this episode. You couldn't see names or anything. It was just a white screen with a shit. And we both went, anyway, I went to the trainer at work and I was like, what can I do? This keeps happening every time I try to, run on the treadmill. Like, well, you just need to stretch more before. I don't know why I'm talking like that. She was definitely black and ghetto, but she was like, you need to stretch more, blah, blah, blah. She told me stretches to do. She was like, you need to be doing this for 15 minutes before you get on the treadmill and for 10 minutes afterwards. And I'm like,
which it is true. Yeah. You don't warm up yourself enough.
Shit didn't work. So I was like, okay, let me go to a trained professional. Went to the doctor and she was like, oh, well, maybe you just need to stick to ellipticals until you build up your strength and your blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay, ellipticals are the most boring machine to work out on.
Yeah.
I literally feel like I'd be better off, I don't know, eating celery, burning more calories than that shit. So I'm like, oh, this is so boring. I don't feel like I'm sweating. It's like you can't go that damn fast on a damn elliptical because your arms gonna fucking, it's like, what do you do? Your arms go off. So I was like, fuck it. And then I was doing strength stuff, still was, but I'm like, I miss running. Like that would clear my mind, like, because you'd be damn near about to die. So it was like, you don't be thinking about shit. And so finally I went to the doctor again and I told her what was happening and blah, 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 blah. And she was like, well, I can refer you to a podiatrist. I pray. Well, one, hopefully I'll hit my deductible before March 7th, but I pray that is considered preventative because it's preventing the plantar fasciitis from happening. I'm looking at it. Please just lie to me, please.
I don't know. I ain't no doctor,
but hopefully I will have hit my deductible because I only got $360 left. And literally, I'm gonna hit it before March 7th. So I'm hoping that that'll get taken care of, and either they'll give me some kind of insoles or something so that I can run again.
Well, so what helped me, which I don't even have to use them anymore because I changed my shoes as well, but like those compression socks, that helped a lot with that.
Remember you bought me some?
So dang hard to put on.
They're easy to put on for me. They're hard as hell to take off. Because if I'm taking them off, I mean I did some kind of workout and I'm tired. Literally. Yeah. So no, that crap. And I just said something. What did I say? I said podiatry. What did you say? What did you start this off? Damn, this is sad. This is Textbook ADHD, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! What you said something. What did you say? What helps it? Oh, back. Then I got my Massage Envy membership back, and so at the beginning of February, when I was off for those couple of days, I think it actually was the Thursday before I took my car in. Yes, I went and got a massage. And they had some special running where it's like you can buy one enhancement, get one free. And so when she pitched it, because I told her, you say your pain points or whatever. And I always say my shoulders and my lower back. And then it's only $10 for an enhancement. And so 2 for 10. I was like, oh yeah, let's do it. So she did a little Theragun on my shoulders. And then she did a mentholated something to open the whatever shit. But then when she was massaging my left ass cheek, right? It was this because I had to do the math. I'm just left-handed, so it'd be hard. When she was doing when they go to the back and she would do the right one, and I was like, I wouldn't tense up as much. But then when I got to the left, it was like I couldn't relax. And then when she did the same thing on my left quad on the backside, I was like, what? And so after I was like, so I noticed that it was really hard for me to. And she was like, yeah, your whole left side's pretty messed up. I said, well, damn. I was like, what can I do? She was like, well, you should work on stretching that. And I was like, so I get plantar fasciitis quite often. And she was like, yeah, that's probably why. So I'm like, okay, so I'm just broken on my left side. And then the ergonomics person at work I told him that. And I'm like, so is it something I'm doing? I'm sitting wrong? And he was like, oh yeah, I just watched you walk by his desk. And he was like, yeah, something's wrong with your left side. I'm like, what the fuck? So maybe I'm gonna go to chiropractor. I'm just broken.
That's something that I feel like I need to implement and I always say this, but I really do need to be more intentional about implementing this into my day-to-day routine. But stretching, like I feel like stretching solves a lot of things in my life, especially with me like sitting down. Like my ass hurts, my ass is big, but it
And
still
you got
hurts.
a lot of cushion.
I'm
I
telling-
don't.
But sitting
Imagine
on
my pain.
this from 8 to 8, like I'm literally
Okay,
actually a little bit longer now because we're going longer. But it's just like, yeah, I need to incorporate some type of like stretch routine, just like get up earlier and all that good stuff. But now I'm thinking about a massage. Like thank you.
You
So,
should. And it's
I'm gonna
only
get that.
how much them niggas take out of my shit? Like $50 a month? You get a
Hmm.
60-minute massage?
Yeah.
And if you don't use it that much, it rolls over and you can get a 90-minute massage. Yeah, it's pretty worth it. And then even after you use your one, you get discounted massages afterwards. So if you want to go more than, it's worth it. And I don't know why I stopped doing it, because I had it when we lived in the house.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I guess because shit, times got rough in that house. So I stopped. And then now that I'm back on my feet, I was like, might
It
as well go
seems
back
so
and do
far
this.
away.
That
How we
house,
lived in
I
the house.
literally was thinking about, I thought about it again when I ate the wings, because of how we used to put 20 wings down. We need to do a study on that house. Like, we need to find out who moved in after us and find out if they Macy did something to that house. I'm convinced. Or Lan, the mysterious
We
Lan.
don't know what.
We will never know who that woman was.
No, I had one
And
of my
if she was
clients.
allergic to cats.
Oh, no, literally. I had one of my clients earlier today. Like they were just talking about like moving and stuff like that, and they were like, blah 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 blah. I heard that you're not really supposed to live with your best friends, and I was like, well,
Most times I can agree.
that's what I'm saying. Most times, but I think. Like I think what I was telling her, I was like, you just need your space. I said, so if you were choosing to live like with your best friend, a 2-bedroom apartment is not going to do it, babies. It's not going to do it.
We did okay in that 2-bedroom apartment for that 2-3 months
We did,
initially
yeah.
and at the end, except for that one incident. But that was my fault. I'm sorry.
I still recall it to the day because that is not the first time, but it now has been 2 times that you woken me up out my sleep, and I was like,
that did not happen to me twice, but okay, I do remember that other time when you're
just scared because I already, which I don't even know if I like ever told you this, but like in the house because I don't have it much here.
That is literally the title of the Netflix thing. House.
But I really struggled with like sleep paralysis, and there would be times that like I would open my eyes and I don't know if I'm still sleeping because I'm opening it and I see my room. I saw everything.
You doing the Dougie in your corner?
There was somebody standing at the door, and I'm like, is it?
But do you know why?
Or is
do you know why that's happened?
No.
Because we watched fucking Evil in that house. That is why. That show fucked me up. I still haven't gone back and watched season 2 or 3.
Yeah, no,
at
no,
all.
No. That's a great show.
That
really great show.
God, here go this damn thing again.
I'm not
That's your paralysis demon right there.
I was telling her, I was like, if you do live with your best friends, like there's pros and cons. I said, but it just like separate, and then just be able to like communicate, when you need certain things, all that good stuff. And so, yeah, I think we had an awesome time. That was really great.
No complaints at all. And that's the first. This is the first friendship that survived the house for me.
Literally.
Shit. So, I think that's pretty good. Oh, can't change while I was recording. So I can't even do my little echo canceling to get my thing to zoom in. But yeah, no, I don't know if I could just live with any. But I think also we had separate spaces. Like we literally had separate living rooms.
It was literally, even though we were always in the same living room
on the couch
together.
Yeah.
But it's the option that mattered. That's what it was.
Options. Do you remember when we first moved in this before the panorama, where we were going to share an office?
And we were going to keep one room
as a guest room.
A guest room. Why?
Could you have imagined if we had to share office and then the pandemic hit?
Because it wouldn't have worked.
I need to go. I need to use the office. I'm on a session. We would have been killing each other.
terrible. It would have been
Oh, the
absolutely terrible.
pandemic.
Yeah.
That is crazy. See, while the pandemic, that was a time. So that was something to bring it all full circle. What people were saying about
Reese
Reese
Tisa.
Tisa was like, the pandemic was a different time for people.
That literally,
Like, you got to realize.
That's why, because my mom was like watching it and she was like, why did she see X, Y, and Z and still get married to this person? I said, Mama, it's the panorama. The panini had you in a chokehold that you were seeing things differently.
It was a
Like,
very, very different time.
yeah.
Like, even thinking back, so much happened during that time. 2020.
It literally did. Like,
think back to those TikToks we made in that house. Excuse me, TikToks you made in that house that you still have, I'm sure.
I still do when I'm holding Bella and she looked like she's scared for her life.
Yep, she's looked like she is like, about to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Oh, the pandemic! What a time! Mm-hmm. What else? There was something else that I was. Did I tell you I quit my organization? Well, I have a week left.
Mm-hmm.
I did say that. Yeah, we have 1 week. Plan. Yes, I broke up with them. Funny enough, I broke up with them on Valentine's Day. I put my 2 weeks in and then spent Valentine's Day with my therapist. Hey, there's So I had a great Valentine's Day. I don't even think I did anything that night. Valentine's Day was on a what? Wednesday?
Wednesday. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't think I did anything that night. You said you worked. So yeah, no, I didn't literally do anything on Valentine's Day. But yep, no, therapy. Great. And then, so how's therapy been for you? Because you never told me how your first session was. I don't even think you can see me.
So yeah, you are very blurry. So I was literally talking about this today, and it's so ironic. And hear me out, which you will understand this because you're my best friend and you know me. But I don't think that therapy is right for me. Hear me out. Stay with me now.
I mean, you've said this a million bazillion times. I'm here. I'm just not visible.
I know, right? But I say this to say that, like, I don't I can't do this.
That's right. It worked? Nope.
No, I mean,
I still
you're
look like
blurry,
your sleep paralysis
but,
demon. You can see me. I'm just your sleep paralysis demon. It's like, is he there
honestly,
or not?
Makes me like question my eyes because I'm like squinting because it's
Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, my sleep app records my sleep, so I've listened to myself have terrible dreams and talk to people. So I don't have a sleep paralysis demon. I got a sleep paralysis best friend. Like, we be chopping it up. Besties. Goodbye. For the rest of you.
Goodbye.
Nobody knows me. Anyway, back to your story. Look, I'm over here hitting my mic.
Anywho. So I was basically saying, like, because I was talking to Lil Boo earlier, and we were talking about, and I said, you know what? I think I recognize that, which I already knew this about me, but like, I don't feel supported supported by talking through the things that are going on with me. I don't talk to people about things that are going on to me until I've made up my mind on how I'm going to approach it, and or I found a solution, or whatever the case may be, because your opinion is irrelevant. And so, granted, I know that's because I just had 2 sessions with this person, and granted, she's so sweet, cool, I like her a lot, but you're back. But I feel like giving her not opinion, but I feel like she's giving her opinion. She doesn't know me. And it's just kind of like, that's one thing, which I think is fair. But then 2, I think also 2, my experience has been jaded because I have to disclose what I do for work. I'm going to start straight up lying. Wait,
what?
I feel like once they know that I'm a therapist,
they can take their bra off.
Yeah, literally. And at this point, I'm not your friend. Like, I'm not your friend. I don't want to hear about what's going on in your life or whatnot. Like, yes, there's a certain part of self-disclosure, but like, you're talking a bit much, and like, it's literally going in one ear and out the other. And so I think that's like, it's a bit jaded for me because I am a therapist. And once they know that, it's just kind of like, oh, well, I don't have to kind of like treat her.
Explain as much.
Which I like it because I don't need the explanation. I know what to do. I think it goes back to what I said. I don't get support by talking out things. Like, it does not help me because, especially with somebody that I have to do all of the backstory with. And so, yeah, I don't
And I'm
know.
thinking,
I
I'm
mean,
trying.
I
Therapy
like
for
it,
me
but
always like starting off was like that, but obviously this therapist that I have now, we broke up and got back together, so I didn't have to do the re-explaining portion of things, so it was like easier to just jump back in, and it was helpful that she remembered because it had literally been
right.
over a year, and she was like, "So last time we talked, you," and I was like, "I don't even remember that shit. You do?" So I was like, "Okay, that's cool. You really be listening to my ass."
Mm-hmm.
But also most of the time, like the thing that I started doing was taking notes, like during the week of something. Like if I felt a certain way about something, like I would write it down so I would bring it up.
Yep.
And I don't know if my therapist ever I don't think she ever gives her opinion. Or at least it doesn't come off as an opinion. But then I could just be not thinking of it as an opinion because she's trained. But also my therapist is younger than me, I found out. So, I'm just like, okay, I'll be listening.
Yeah.
She knows what she's talking about. But I don't know. But I also don't always have something that I need to figure out. But she did help me unlock my why the fuck I can't sleep. So that was helpful. I do feel like I was putting too much pressure on myself to go to sleep because I'm like, perfect life. You need to wake up by 5 a.m. You need to meditate for 4.5 hours, and you need to drink coffee.
4.5.
That was my that was my, woo woo there. And she was like, you're putting too much pressure on yourself to wake up early, that you're trying to force yourself to go to sleep when you're not tired. So then you get frustrated, starts like all that shit. And so literally I've stopped. I mean, I still take my sleeping medicine, but I stopped trying to go to sleep at 9 o'clock. I'll just stay up till 11. I don't go try to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I set my alarm for 6:45, get to work by 7:45. I set 7. We be here. So I was like, oh, this is nice. But now that part is figured out, now I need to get the concentration part because, oh boy, it's gotten worse. I be in meetings like literally like this. It'd be so bad that I'd be forgetting that my camera on meetings. And when it be a bunch of people, I'm not like walking away or no shit like that. But I'll literally start like typing emails and stuff. And then obviously people can see me, but I forget that. So I'm like looking at different tabs and stuff. And it's like, pay attention. So I just turn my camera off and then keep doing what I was doing. But it's just the fact of like, I don't even care.
Camera on in the
y'all are
first
not keeping my
place.
attention. Well, because when I'm coordinating an event, it's probably smart to let them know who I am. Which also leads to, why aren't you paying attention to the people talking about what they want? So hopefully next time I go, which is on March the 1st, that I will be able to. Oh, that's you come out here, huh? Yeah? Is that the day you coming out here? Yeah. So maybe I'll get some new drugs, because she didn't want to give me Adderall because I was already having sleep problems. So she was like, I don't want to give you a stimulant because you might not ever go to sleep. And obviously I'm not doing that without it. So now that the sleep portion is under control, I'm like, well, can we try it? Because also I've also set another boundary at work. You'll be proud of me. That once a quarter, I work from home 2 days, straight, to plan out the upcoming quarter. And I put put out of office so nobody bothers me. And then I just focus in. And then I do that on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday is PTO. So goodbye. So also, I'm doing that on March. I'm going to say March 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, whatever that March Tuesday to Friday is. So I'm trying to, depending on what my financials look like, I may go somewhere and just work from home and then do a vacation somewhere. So I don't know what your schedule looking like or your financials looking like. But I'm thinking like Austin or something like that, just like going up to like Round Rock or some shit. And then maybe like, maybe going to Fredericksburg. I didn't even think about that. I've never been.
I mean, it's okay. It's not something that I'm just so gung-ho about going up again. Like,
because you don't like wine like that either.
No, I love wine. I don't like what.
Oh. You don't like white wine. I mean, I've really been turned on to the red wines,
I don't like being in environments. I don't know how to help that. I don't know what to say.
No, it's interesting.
I'm looking at my calendar. Yeah. We could We can check. Yeah, because at
We
that
can chat
point,
on that. We can chat on the first and see.
because
What?
Kato's birthday, his first
Is
birthday
that
is March 6th.
Sunday? Oh, it's March 6th? Oh, but the party's on that Sunday. Didn't you say that?
No, it's on Saturday.
Am I lying?
On the 8th.
Saturday the what? 8th?
Mm-hmm. No,
And is that
the 9th.
Okay, and then am I going on vacation? What's that? That Tuesday?
Like that following week, yeah.
And see, that's why I was like, this might, because I remember you saying that when we talked, but then I was like, okay, register, ADHD, float away. And then I was like, when I planned out my thing, I was like, I'm gonna go to work on Monday, because just to show face. But then I was like, why would I go to Beaumont for the weekend, drive back for one day to then be off for 4 days? Well, not off, but not at home. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, maybe I'll take off that Monday too. Who knows? I'll call in sick. Hopefully none of my people will listen to this. Oh my God. My mother found out I had a podcast. I told you this. I didn't tell the listeners this.
I think that you did, yeah.
Yes. So now my
As
whole family knows.
My mom, who listens consistently, which is
yes, she does. And my whole family, I guess everybody knows. I don't know if they're listening or not, because I posted on Facebook. And initially, I hid. You know how you can like select who sees your post or hide stuff. So I hid it from all of my family, but I forgot one cousin. And it's one of Nanny Tisa's people's. And she commented on the post and said, make it public so I can share. So I made it public and she shared. So there's that. But hey, I curse a lot, family. I'm not the innocent child. Or am I? Anyway. Yes. So that's
been 30. We're 30. I don't give in a
right. And you don't even curse. So it's like, what do you not do? I don't give a bleep. And I'm like, fuck, So I obviously don't care.
Before we came in, because my mom knew like it was I had ended my last session at 8. And so she came in here and she saw me like preparing things and like getting it ready. And she was like, "Oh, what are you about to?" She was, "Are you about to record an episode?" And I was like, "Yeah, girl." She's like, "Your episode, right?" I said, "Girl, you know a bit too much."
She said, "A what episode?"
She was like, "It's your episode, right?" Like, you know how we go back and forth.
Jesus.
And I was like, "No, girl." I said, "It's a shoot the shit episode." And she was just like,
okay.
"Oh, okay." And I was like, did I just say that in front of her?
I don't know what I said. Something slipped out plenty of times in front of my face. And I was just like, damn, they ain't even better. And then I think about it, my dad and Nanny T's curse like sailors. So if I said damn, it's like, oh my gosh, that's like nothing compared to them niggas. So I was like, oh, and I think I said, I've never even said nigga in front of my face.
Oh.
And that day,
nigga all the way.
The day, I don't know if it was Christmas or what it was, but we were on the phone. Me and you were outside when I was helping them do something, either put up Christmas decorations, taking it down. And Nancy was like, tell Natalie to come to the trail ride. Do you remember that? And then you was like, no. And then I said, I literally repeated it. And I was like, no, she said that nigga gonna be there. And I was like, oh, that just kind of rolled off. I was like, wow. And they didn't even bat an eye. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess that shit. Let that slip out and see what.
So there's a TikTok trend that's like parents are putting their kids in the bathroom but having a phone set up, and they put them in the bathroom and say, hey, look, I'm gonna leave you in here and I'm gonna close the door, and this is your one chance to say all the curse words, all the bad words that you want to say. And it's so funny because they do it, they close the door, and then you just see the kid like
going down a Rolodex of every word.
Everything. It is so funny. I don't even want to repeat them, but it's just like they say a word and then they giggle and then they look around. And then they say another word and giggle,
real child.
And look around.
I told the story on here about, again, weird saying it again, but how when me and my sister used to we didn't have a pool, apparently. We weren't, wealthy back then. And so we would swim in the bathtub. And for we were in, swim attire. But my dad would record us, which, again, sounds really creepy. But some song, that's just my baby daddy. that song was like playing in the living room while my dad was, I don't know, maybe washing the cars, if I'm being honest. And he was just like, all right, oh, my kids, they're doing this. And apparently it curses in the song or something. And I was just going along, and my sister goes, and then she points at the camera and goes, Daddy gonna hear you? And I was like, no. I still to this day, I don't even know like if I got in trouble for that. But I was just like, It all started. You know the song, right? It was a jam.
They do.
Not the ratchet anthem. Well, I mean, it did spark a bunch of baby mamas. So. Anyway, what else is going on in your life? Have we covered all of your bases in life?
So.
I don't even think there's anything else that I have going on. I mean, everything else has been actually boringish.
I think the most recent thing that's about to take place for me is literally I'm about to do what I needed to do, what I normally do at the beginning of the year, but I'm about to do it now. But honestly, I think that's going to be more impactful now. But I'm about to just like have a whole powwow and like identify, different areas of my life in which I need to do. Because I just feel like I'm just like in limbo right now. And especially with, with like I was telling you earlier of just like my work-life balance is fucking crap. Like if I'm working 8 to 8, you think I'm gonna do anything afterwards that don't involve liquor? You got to be wrong. And so that's why I'm like, okay, I need to get back on things and be more stringent. Stringent? Is that the word I'm thinking of? Yeah.
When I think of stringent, I think of like a facial cleanser. I don't know. Am I off, or is that also something? I went to a lot of dermatologists. Okay, I was like, I know it's stringent. I know that word.
It's like the alcohol.
But what does it mean in the context of you?
I don't know. I think I feel like PI right now, where I'm using words that don't even work
expeditiously. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I say all that to say, I'm going to. This weekend, Saturday, I said I was going to like, actually me and my little boo, we're going to do it together. Just kind of like do a little powwow of like categories of our life, list out goals, but then list out like specific, like, steps that we need to take in order for it to just be a visual, in order for it to just kind of like be there.
I saw a TikTok on Twitter because, or maybe Instagram. I don't know what it was, but it was a couple that you missed my facial. It was a couple that does this. Oh, okay. That does this either before the New Year's or something like that, but they go somewhere like I don't want to say rent an office space, but they go somewhere outside of their home and they plan out their couple goals, like goals for as a family for the year. And they go and like write the dry erase board, and me and my dry erase board. Oh shit, that's gonna blur my camera.
You just did it again.
We're back. That was quick. So yeah, no, that's good. You should totally do that. I did that. Haven't been following it, but I did it.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like all the time I do it at the beginning of the new year and blah, blah, blah. And I started off strong or whatever. But I saw somewhere they were like, stop putting so much pressure on the new year. Like, just do it when you do it. So I was like, okay, it's February. Cool, whatever. But let me just do it. And perfect timing because my 3-day juice cleanse just got delivered today. So honestly, I think I'm about to start that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just to like, not even like health wise, but just to get me back in the mindset, like just to kind of be on a schedule. Like, I just feel like I've just been off on a lot of things. And
same. I literally said,
I'm not trying to be lazy.
The first, I'm going to try to not order out for a month. And the craziest thing is that was one of the things I said I wanted to do this year. I literally asked for fucking pots and pans and bartending glassware for Christmas and plates so that I could cook more. I was supposed to make some Beijing beef 2 weeks ago. That steak went in the freezer because I was like, steak is expensive. We're not going to waste this. I said, I'm going to cook. I was supposed to cook yesterday. So yesterday morning before work, I took that beef out of the freezer, put it in there, and then you said free delivery. And I said,
no.
You can
in my defense, you said that you was already thinking wings. About wings. Exactly.
But Beijing beef is damn near like beef wings. And yeah, exactly. So
Mhm.
yeah, I said I want to try that. I want to work on cooking again because I actually enjoy it. And it's crazy because it's like, as much as it's like, I don't want to cook, the minute I'm cooking, I'm like, that. And so, yeah, but back to your thing about work-life balance. No, the work has been working me. And it has been like, we're halfway done with February. More than halfway done with February for
Yeah,
that
I was
short
about to
ass
say
month.
we're literally going into next week
We're
with
at the
the
end.
last.
And we have had at least 10 events. And we still have 7 more in 7 days. I am tired. So literally, I had a conversation with the events director because we both were sitting here like we get off calls together, like take our headset off because she sits like diagonal from me, so we can see each other. We take our headset off and look at each other like, and then just walk away from the desk. It's like, what the fuck did we just? And then half of we don't even remember in half of the stuff. We just like, no, this can't keep happening. So I literally told her, I was like, we got to figure out some kind of way to split things up because also a bunch of the events that we've been doing lately, because most of the groups that are wanting to do events, we've been helping them for, this is my 3rd year almost there, so for 2 years. And so we came up with all these great ideas for them, and now they just want to do the same thing every year. And I'm to the point where I'm like, I'm bored. Like, these events aren't fun. I don't get to be creative. I'm literally just copy and pasting what we did last year, and they love it. Like, they're like, oh my god, it's amazing. And I'm just like, but I'm bored. And so I literally told her, I was like, something has to change for me because it's like the job isn't even fun anymore. The most fun part is like hanging with you during the event, but like the planning process, I don't get to be creative. They want the exact same thing. I'm like, okay. So she was like, yeah, I agree. And she was like, and you're young, you need to grow. And I was like, so we're going to talk to our manager tomorrow when we go into the office. So we'll see what happens there. But your boy is tired. So I had to quit this damn organization because I was like, there's too much on my plate. And them niggas is dysfunctional as hell. So I was like, I'm gone. Peace. So we'll see how if that takes anything off my plate. Because baby,
That's what I literally had a group like consultation like meeting today. We have it every other week on Thursdays at 12. And when
group
I tell
consultation
you,
meeting.
Yeah, like with my job. And so it's like my team lead who's a therapist, but then like 4 of us, including me, in
Oh,
our
it's like that
meeting.
thing off of couples counseling.
Yeah, like a consultation. Yeah. We're all like together and we're just like taking in with one another. When I tell you, everybody came in today with this like, I don't give a shit attitude. Like, my team lead, she's so soft-spoken. She's so sweet. Mind you, last week, she sent all of us $10 gift cards to Starbucks. And I was like, bitch, you
know the weight of my heart.
Let me tell you. And wrote just like this like sweet message with it too. And so I was like, that's really sweet. But everybody came in with an attitude, but like not directed towards her, but just their what is that word? Their
baggage.
No, it's a C word. They're crap, I can't think about it. But they came in with their just like, I'm in a negative mood. This is what I'm mad about. This is what I don't feel and whatnot. And there was just a lot of things that go on and on. But it was a very grievances. It's not a C word.
Definitely not a C.
Yep. Anywho's, but yeah. Needless to say, yeah, that's what took place today. And the way that she wrapped up the meeting, she was like, so I hear you guys.
So I hear you, and I raise you this opportunity.
And I appreciate you guys for being just so open. Granted, I love her. She's just very soft, but like she resonates with all of us, and she does like talk for us and everything like that. But it's just kind of like, also I feel a little bit weird because I have some grievances as they do, but I'm the only one in my group from Texas. They're all in California, and so it's a little bit different.
More clients on them, or what's different?
It's like, so they have to go through Kaiser. Kaiser is a specific insurance that's in California
Kaiser
that has
Presidente.
that has so many like stipulations and whatnot, and it's just giving them the fucking run through. Lord, I'm talking
You
about
said
I
the
don't
F
cuss.
word.
I know, but
Look
I
at
don't have to deal with
that.
that at all. So it's not even a problem, but I resonated
It's
with a
bad.
lot of other problems that they had. But anywho's, yeah, work-life balance, I brought that up too. And I was just saying, which again, it's more so on me because it's work-life balance because I got 2 jobs. Like I need to figure out some type of
How many clients do you have at Motivation? I mean, dumb people.
I mean, I don't have a lot, probably a handful active, 10, and it's not terrible, but it's more so it makes the days long. Like I'm having a full-time job at this one, and then adding one more client to my load just is like, my Lord. And so, no, I need
Say,
to
I
I need to
think you've
figure something
saved
out.
enough. Yeah, I think
No,
you've saved enough.
I don't think so, but that's something that I'm going to revisit on Saturday when I look at, okay, timeline wise, how long do I need to continue to do this? All that good stuff, XYZ, blah, blah, blah. So that's what I'm going to do. But with that being said, I might come out there Thursday night, if that's okay with you. The 29th.
Yes and no, not because anything. I have my last event with my organization isn't
Mhm.
over until 8 that Thursday night. So I probably won't get home until damn near 10. But
Okay.
I'm trying to think of how, I mean, I can give you the key. What time did you plan on coming? What time are
But
you
I
done
mean,
with work?
even too, I might just go get a hotel room. It depends on how I feel. Just because I have clients in the office 11, 12, 1, but I scheduled some virtual people 8, 9, 10. So I need to just get out there earlier.
Oh,
And
well, no, if that's the case, I'll be at work during the day. I'm leaving work at 12 to go up to the office downtown to start setting up for the event that doesn't start till 3. So if you want to just meet me there, I can give you my key, my spare key, and my pass.
well, yeah, I
Make
could.
sure
I
you
mean,
put
I
the
don't get
pass
done with
on the dashboard.
that's another story for another time. That's literally because Yadi was like, I said something because we're going out there for Alvin Bailey. Is it Alan Bailey?
Alvin Ailey.
Alvin Ailey.
Oh, yes, that's that. But I think the thing is like the Allen Center in Houston is where the
No,
ballets
it
happen.
is. But we were just talking about that, and we were
Oh, okay.
talking about like a hotel room, and I was like, y'all can stay in a hotel room. I could just go stay with TJ, so I can like catch up with TJ. And then she was like, "You sure you want to stay with TJ?" With I said,
Because that is the last time you stayed here.
dang, is that the last time? Mind you guys, if you guys don't know, last time I stayed at TJ, mind you, I have stayed with TJ 20,000 million bazillion times. But the last time that I stayed with him, I got all packed and ready to go. Did a
It was
doot
raining
for my car, and I thought I was crazy because my car was not there.
like that
And
sleep paralysis demon.
I've never had the feeling of my car not being there, and it literally was not there. Yeah, anywho, it was towed because the whole parking pass fell to the floor, and then the freaking attendant at the tow truck said,
if
"It's
they
only
would
going
look,
with check."
they want to make their money. She was just trying to get you. And it's funny because that happened one time in college when I was staying in an apartment. Didn't happen to me. Where so one of the officers in my organization came to my apartment because she missed something, and so she was coming to pick it up. I don't know what it was. We ended up talking for like 5 or 10 or so minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, "Did you park in visitor?" She was like, when she came in, she was like, "Yeah, along the gate." And I was like, "Yeah," and marked visitor. She went outside. That car was gone after 10 minutes. And I was like, damn, that sucks. And I don't remember if I took her to the tow truck place. I don't think I did, because why would I let that girl in my car? Yeah. But yeah, sucks.
I'm gonna start having
I didn't know her like that.
conversations standing by my car. We're gonna have this conversation outside. We're gonna talk.
That doesn't work when you stay the night. What you gonna do? Sleep on top of it?
Sleep like this. Recline my chair. Put it. I'm gonna sleep because I am traumatized. I've never had that happen to me, and I was actually calm that morning, and I was really surprised at how calm I was because I was just like,
I was
"This
just
is
hungry.
funny." I was like, this is just really funny. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think I was more so of I'm grateful I'm in the position just to be able to pay for it.
To
Like, it
pay
is
it.
what it is. But it's just kind of like, what the actual hell? Anyways, with that being said, I don't have much else going on my neck of the woods.
Same. And so I guess that is a perfect place to end this lovely episode. Be sure to perfect. Oh no, someone's on really. I don't know. You know my. I have
no,
problems.
the emphasis on perfect. It was a bit like.
Oh, it was very. Oh, before we go, did you listen to Beyonce's new songs, the country ones?
So I've been seeing it all on TikTok. I have not listened to it like individually, like. But
You've
I've
listened
seen...
to 3 hours of Who the Fuck Did I Marry, and you ain't listened to 5 minutes of a song? Did you even listen to Tori Kelly's new song? It's like High Water, something like that. It came out like 3 weeks ago. Okay. Anyway, this is the perfect time to end said conversation. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Crazy Little Pod. Be sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts and rate the show 5 stars because nobody likes anything less than 5 unless it's in singles. Anyway, and then leave it.
So personality today. I was like, homegirl, I said, I'm quitting being a therapist and I'm about to become a stripper. And she was like, okay. I said, do you support me? She was like, I support any of your dreams. I said, bet.
And this is the kind of thing. And see, I hear you and I raise you OnlyFans so they don't gotta touch you. That's all I'm saying. Let's think about this. Okay? There you go. We can still get the poll. Just record yourself. And then that, a little more intimate. Anyway, back to that. Yes, rate the show, leave reviews, comment below our post if you think Natalie should go on and start that OnlyFans. And we will see y'all in 2 weeks. We kind of love y'all, maybe. I don't know. It depends on who's listening. But we will see y'all in 2 weeks. Bye.